One of the reasons Governor Ducey's dramatic move is because of the deadly spread of fentanyl in our state that is pouring across the southern border. Fentanyl is present and impacting communities across Arizona and has a devastating and long-reaching effect. Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid prescribed to reduce extreme pain and is 100 times stronger than morphine. All types of opioids are addictive and carry a risk of overdose. However, due to its potency, fentanyl has a higher risk of overdose and death than any other opioid. Illegal fentanyl made in labs is used to produce counterfeit pills that look identical to prescription medication. There is no way of knowing how much fentanyl is in each of these counterfeit pills, making counterfeit pills extremely dangerous, as just a tiny amount of fentanyl can be lethal. In Arizona, 42% of all overdoses involve fentanyl, and over the last 2 years, there has been an increase in 1,610% in counterfeit pill seizures. Out of all the pills tested in the DEA laboratory, 26% contained a lethal dose of fentanyl. This is scary news, folks. Unfortunately, teens have become the target of these pills. Drug trafficking organizations create these pills in shapes, colors, and sizes of those that appeal to teens and social media to distribute them. As a result, teens may think they're getting a legitimate prescription medication, such as Oxycontin, Adderall, or Xanax pills, but instead they're buying counterfeit pills laced with fentanyl and methamphetamine. Fentanyl has now been found in other non-pill forms such as marijuana and other powdered drugs as well. Like many things today, drug dealers are no longer done on the streets and have switched to online platforms. While teens may use all forms of social media to purchase these pills, Snapchat is the platform that gets the most, as it provides disappearing content and does not allow third-party monitoring. For example, drug dealers can post anonymous stories with their menu or receive orders directly on the app, all of which will disappear, making it very hard to track. In January of this year, Snapchat had 108 million users in the US, with 15 to 25-year-olds making up 48% of all users. Teens have different reasons for using prescription pills. They may be using them out of curiosity as a coping mechanism because they believe it'll help with their studies, or may have become dependent on actual prescriptions. However, the fact remains that teens are misusing and becoming addicted to prescription pills. In many cases where a teen overdoses, more than one person is present, as teens may use these pills at parties or gatherings with friends. Teens must know the signs of an overdose and call 911 for help if they see or hear someone who is taking a counterfeit prescription pill. Arizona's Good Samaritan law protects those who call 911 to report an overdose, and they will not be arrested, charged, or prosecuted. As kids head back to school, it's essential that we talk to them about the risks of drugs and why they should never take a pill that has not been prescribed to them by their doctor. It's also just as important that parents develop a plan for their kids' social media use and help them develop healthy coping mechanisms. Here's a sobering statistic. According to the Drug Enforcement Administration in Arizona, the leading cause of death for those ages between 15 and 44 in the United States is drug overdoses. This data is based on the most recent data from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC estimates more than 107,000 people died from drug overdose in the U.S. in a 12-month period. These numbers are from February 1st, 2021 to January 31st, 2022. According to our sources in the DEA, 67% of overdose deaths involve synthetic opioids such as fentanyl, which is the primary driver of overdose poisonings. The latest findings show drug poisonings with fentanyl are claiming lives of even younger Arizonians in high school and junior high. The best way to not be poisoned with these drugs laced with fentanyl is to just say no to drugs altogether. This removes you from any and all risk.